Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video today, rather than give out regular Wattpad related writing advice like I normally do, this episode will kind of be somewhat of a standalone episode in which I'll be talking about 2 ways that you can earn money on Wattpad as a writer. Please do watch the video all the way through before you ask any questions, because I'm 90% sure that I'm going to answer whatever questions you're going to have. So please just watch the video all the way through, and if I don't end up answering your question, then go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. So the first way that you can make money on Wattpad as a writer is through something called the Wattpad Stars program. If you don't know what that is, please take a moment to pause and read what's on the screen now. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give you the shortened version in the instance you were too lazy to pause and read what was on the screen. So the Wattpad Stars program is pretty much a big select group of writers that Wattpad has specifically picked out to work with, basically. And what I mean by work with, and I'm using quotes here, air quotes. What I mean by work with is that these writers get to participate in tons of super cool, amazing opportunities, like working with big brands such as Universal Studios, Target, things like that, to getting paid to write commissioned stories on behalf of certain brands or for Wattpad related contests, to getting flown out to attend Wattpad relating events, to getting audio deals for their Wattpad stories, all the way up to becoming professionally published, selling books on Amazon and all the other outlets, kind of like Isabel Ronan, Anna Todd, all those big stars, and so much more other cool benefits that they receive. Now, I am not a Wattpad star, so I can't tell you exactly how much they make, so all I can do is assume that, one, when you're dealing with a large, successful company like Wattpad, and they're negotiating brand deals with or on behalf of these authors, I'm going to assume that they're not making deals that are worth a mere few $100s, okay? So Wattpad is kind of like working on these writers' behalf to negotiate deals for them so that they can be, rightfully compensated. So it just makes sense that when you're dealing with somebody like Wattpad, I'm just pretty sure that they're not making these cheap deals with these big brand companies. So, like I said, I don't know exactly how much these authors are making with these commissions and things of that sort, but I'm gonna assume that the profits are pretty good. So yeah, go ahead and let that sink in, but don't take my word for it. Don't quote me on anything, because like I said, I don't know the specifics. I could be wrong. Maybe they're making pennies. I don't know, but I doubt it. So now you're probably wondering at this point, Wattpad Stars program sounds so great. How do I join? How do I become a star? How do I sign up? Where do I sign up? Is there an application? Well, in short, you can't do any of that. Someone from Wattpad will personally reach out to you and invite you into the program if they deem you having what it takes to become a star. And before you start thinking it, no, you do not need to have thousands upon thousands of followers or millions of reads on all your books for Wattpad to notice you. In fact, there's actually stars in the Wattpad Stars program, such as Ben Sobiek, who actually currently has around, I think, 6,800 followers, 6,800 followers, compared to Anna Todd, who is Wattpad's biggest star. She has like 1.4 million followers right now. So, and they're all in the same program, so you can kind of see the difference between the two. So I don't think Wattpad has a bias or preference when it comes to who they want to work with and who can and can't be in the program. numbers of that sort, I don't think really matter. So you don't really need to have a big following or a big account on Wattpad in order to impress them, although it does help if you do, just saying. Now, with that being said, before you get all depressed and feeling like you have no chance, there is something else that is very, very important for you to keep in mind when it comes to wanting to join the Wattpad Stars program or wanting to be noticed by Wattpad in general. And the primary thing is engagement on your stories. On the site, it even tells you exactly what they're looking for when it comes to becoming part of the Wattpad Stars program. And they're looking for writers who have an engaged and growing audience base and writers who actively, keyword actively, update their stories and create new content, introducing fresh new ideas through diverse stories, yada yada yada. You can read it on the screen. So in short, be active in updating your stories and be consistent in updating your stories. Try to stay away from cliche tropes and just try to come up and be original as possible when you come up with these new story ideas and plots for your books. And eventually, you just may receive an invitation via DM to join the Stars program. So don't lose hope or don't give up hope just because it seemed a little difficult now. It is possible. Now, as a side note, going off on a little tangent, if you do want or are seeking writing advice related to Wattpad, specifically writing, being on Wattpad as an author, blah, 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 I highly suggest that you check out my series that I've started on this channel. So far, I'm about 6 episodes in. The link for the playlist is in the description box below. I've been on Wattpad since 2012, so I'd like to think that I've picked up a few tips and tricks along the way to help new authors or new writers kind of, break their, what word am I looking for? Get their foot in the door? Set up themselves on Wattpad. So you know how everybody starts at 0 when they make an account. So I know the main thing that most people look for is, how do I get reads? How do I get followers? In my series on here on my channel, I kind of help guide you for what you should do and what you shouldn't do when it comes to starting out as a writer on Wattpad. So if that interests you, go ahead and check that out. The link for the playlist is in the description box below. Now, the second way that authors can make money on Wattpad is through the Futures program. And the best way that I can describe this is to think in terms of YouTube. So, you know how sometimes an ad will play before a video starts, or sometimes you might get an ad randomly playing in the middle of a video or at the end of a video that you're watching? As you know, or as you should know, when you watch those ads without skipping them, the YouTuber gets a cut of that ad revenue. So in short, they make money based on how many ads are on their videos and how many ads were watched in full without skipping. Wattpad Futures is has pretty much adapted that format. So for example, let's say you're reading a book that belongs to someone in the Futures program. Say that you start the book at the beginning, as you should. But as you're scrolling on to chapter 5, you get an ad. So in order to view the chapter, you may be prompted to watch an ad or a short video clip or whatever. Some are skippable, some aren't. But when you watch the ad, or a portion of it, I believe, some of that revenue goes towards the writer. I can speak from experience on this because I'm actually in the Futures program. I was invited to join shortly after the program launched, so I got in there real early. I can't tell you how much I make legally because I'm under contract and I can't speak on that, but I can tell you that it's not enough for me to quit my day job or anything like that. I'm not, rolling in dough, but it is good pocket money. I don't have any complaints about it. I do enjoy the program very much so. Now, unlike the Stars program, the Futures program, we don't get the extra perks and things that the Stars do, like getting audio deals for our books or you know, working with brands and all of that. The Futures program is basically just the ads, and that's it. Now, the two programs aren't tied together or related, so I can't be considered a star just because I'm in the Futures program or vice versa. They're two totally different things, so please don't get them confused. Now, unfortunately, at this time, Wattpad Futures is closed and is no longer accepting new members. There's no application for you to fill out for either program or anything of that sort. So it really all depends on whether or not Wattpad wants to reach out to you when it comes to the Futures program and the Stars program. So just because things are closed off right now, please keep in mind that it doesn't mean that they won't open up again soon and start bringing in more people. So that's pretty much it for this video. Wattpad Stars and Wattpad Futures are two programs that authors can make money off of. And I just want to say, instead of focusing or stressing yourself out on how you can join or how you can build your followers, follower base fast or gain reads fast, etc., instead, please put that energy into perfecting your craft and creating the best high quality work that you possibly can, because believe me when I say it will pay off for you in the end, and I promise you, you will be noticed by somebody, because there are plenty of other how do I want to say, there's a lot of opportunities on Wattpad. Okay, there's a lot of people publishing houses, all things of that sort on Wattpad. So just because the Futures and Stars programs are closed off right now or are invitation only, that doesn't mean that you don't have other opportunities that can present themselves to you, or that you can reach out to. So instead of focusing on the numbers and trying to get X amount of followers before the year ends, please put that energy into just creating the best stories that you can. Now, to wrap this video up, that's pretty much the end. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check out my series about Wattpad related writing advice. The link for that is posted in the description box. And other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.